I never know I'm there. Guten Tag. Gut Morgen. Hello. Sipping on the brew of the day. Bonjour. Comment ça va? You ought to make a cup yourself. You ought to. Have a little sip of the coffee. It's good for the body and it's good for the soul. Good for the body, good for the soul. Coffee is spirit fuel. I don't know about that. It's just caffeine. It's good for you. It is good for you to have the caffeine. Yeah, I usually don't stream this early. Last couple of days, though, it's been nice. Last couple of days, I've woken up at like 6:30 in the morning, like, boom. Okay, I'm awake. It's 6:30. I'm awake. You miss chickens? You can have these. Come out to where I live. There's chickens everywhere. Yep, the early bird catches the worm for sure. But it should be kind of fun this morning. Demon Mama and Vosh are both going to come over here and sit outside and smoke cigarettes and joints with me. And we're all going to have a big three-way conversation. And then after the stream, a big three-way. Yeah, dude. Jimmy Dore's going to come by, do a bong rip. It's going to be fun, man. You guys watch. We're going to have ourselves a star-studded affair today. I would rather keep my bong to myself. Que sera, sera, man. How far am I from moving day? That's none yet. I'll tell you when I move. I'll tell you. happy Halloween. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that, you know, you wish happy Halloween to somebody that's like 8. Today's just another day. Today's just today. Plus, it's a lame day for Halloween to fall on for like kids. A Sunday Halloween. Gotta be up all early for fucking school the next day. Fucking sucks. Last night was dope though. What happened last night? What'd you do last night? Oh yeah, trunk or treat, dude. The local Jesus freaks are all set and getting their trunks popped open, ready for trunk or treat, bro. Kill me. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Apparently my neighbors are one of those people that light up fireworks on Halloween like it's New Year's. Dude, there's some people, whatever the excuse, they want to pop off fireworks. There are certain people, like fireworks for me, they're fun to look at. But, you know, I don't need them more than once a year, maybe even not even that. And there are some people, dude, if somebody farts and it doesn't stink, they set off a firework. Somebody fucking takes a leak and gets every drop in the bowl, they set off a firework. It's like International Hamburger Day, they set off a firework. Yep. Fireworks on motherfucking Halloween. Can you believe it? Can you perceive it? Yeah, dude. National Peace and Quiet Day. Firework. One of my neighbors set off fireworks literally every morning. Every morning? See, that's grounds for a murder. That's grounds for like a murder, in my opinion. likely have to murder somebody in that case. You know, it happens. What are you going to do? Tuned out. Tuned all the way out. For a good 30 seconds. I was nature. Or was I tuning in? Listening to the real conversation. The chicken conversation. The bird conversation. The conversation that the air makes when it passes between the leaves. That's the real conversation. This is ass. Ass conversation. Weird time to join the stream. Sniped. Chickens literally eat anything that can fit, like sharks. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, buddy. Thanks. Most animals are brutal, bro. Nature's kind of brutal. Birds are dinosaurs, yeah, dude. The T-Rex is the T-Rex is related to the chicken. It's like the chicken's great granddaddy. T-Rexing it up. Oh. Birds are fake. What? Say what? Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Yeah, birds are spy devices for the rich. They're like little AIs that perch around everybody's house and record everything they do and say. What are you blessing me for? My soul didn't escape. Now you're going to make me sneeze again. See? Got it, got it. Wide eye, Paul. Ah. So they don't spy on us in the winter? What are you talking about? There's plenty of birds that are active during the winter. Plenty of little spies in the skies. I see ya. It's not winter yet. It's not. I guess it's not. I guess it's still autumn. It's still autumn, technically. Autumn, autumn. Cock-a-doodle-doo, indeed. Never heard an American say autumn before, really? Aren't you glad you're moving somewhere with tiny mosquitoes? I thought mosquitoes were gnats when I moved from Texas to Colorado. Mosquitoes? What are you even fucking talking about? You don't know where I'm moving. How do you know I'm not moving to Mosquito Alley? Probably a lot of mosquitoes where I'm going, dude. Mosquitoes are everywhere. Wow. Excuse me. Mosquitoes. Stay out of Ohio. You'll get stuck. I don't think I could live in Ohio. There's not enough features in Ohio. You know what I mean? Like, like I remember driving from Columbus to Toledo for a meetup, and fuck me, dude, it was like so flat it made me uncomfortable. It's like, show me a hill. Is there a hill? Nope. That shit would make me uncomfortable, dude. I don't think I could do it. I thought New York had like mountains and stuff. Isn't it like upstate New York, like hilly and stuff? And they got like the Catskills or whatever. Yeah, I didn't like how flat it was in Louisiana. Flatter than a fucking pancake. Give me a little bit of elevation, a little bit of roll to the land. Like, I live in a pretty flat place, but like it's hilly, you know, there's like a little bit of a roll to the land. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really traveled much on the East Coast, so I don't know much about the topography or geography or whatever the fuck. you live almost 2,000 feet above sea level. Cool. Cool for you. You don't got to worry about floods. How is that possible below sea level? It just is, buddy. It just is. It's just the way it is. Yep. You live in a giant saggy bowl that's sinking. Yep. New Orleans is going to be on like a little island. So we were watching that the other day, like how the topography of New Orleans has changed as it's been swallowed by the ocean over the last like 20 years, and what's going to happen in the next 20. New Orleans is going to be a very strange city indeed, if it remains a city. Lake Pontchartrain is going to become Pontchartrain Bay. And the entirety of old New Orleans is going to be on an island in Pontchartrain Bay. Pretty crazy. Which is why I would never buy a house here. Oh my God, dude. There are people buying houses in all of these areas that are like in the process of being like devastated by climate change. It's going to be I don't even want to get into it today. Like the scope of the disaster that's at our doorstep is like, it blows my fucking mind sometimes. Just like one aspect of it will blow my mind. The conglomeration of it, like all of it at once. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Two houses being built right here near me in an area where the water table is 100 feet below where it was 10 years ago. It's game over, man. Game over, man. Game over, man. Game over. very distracted this morning. My apologies for that, I guess. I'm very distracted. Distractible. My mind is wandering hither and thither. Wonder if this has anything to do with the wandering mind. Probably. It's good to let your mind roam. No, he doesn't get a third chance. He gone. He gone forever. Had a dude on the subreddit trolling pretty hard. They've posted a couple of these now. Apparently when I was debating Jamie Darkey, I did a little dance where I was like, and they put that to music. So somebody made one of those. And there was a dude in there that was like, man, looks like Paul is abusing again. People were like, what? It's like, he goes on. It's like, yeah, Paul had a really bad coke/amphetamine habit the whole time he was on DP. He would always act like this when he was using. It's like, tell me more. Tell me more. Oy vey. I showed that shit to TJ and Scotty, and they died laughing yesterday. I was like, dude, you guys see? Somebody fucking finally caught on in the subreddit. I directed TJ to it. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. It's like, doesn't even pick something that's like remotely in the wheelhouse of how I act. You know what I mean? Like, have you never been around a cokehead or a meth head for that matter? Like, at least pick something. Say like Paul's on downers or something. That would be, you know, at least believable. Just as untrue, but believable. I'm too fat to be a heroin user, too. Nope. Yeah, I've seen it plenty. Trust me. Oh yeah. Like, no, dude. People that abuse amphetamines, cocaine, and shit, they'll go like 3-4 days and not sleep. They are like jittery, distractible, fucking high energy. Nope. You guys see the drugs I do, dude. I'm a pothead. Hello. I is a pothead. And that's it. Pothead and a nicotine fiend. Oh yeah, dude. People that, especially people that, like, in my experience at least, I grew up in an area where there weren't a lot of junkies, but there were a lot of meth heads. And dude, people on meth will just disappear. I've seen it tear people up, dude. I would never in a million fucking years, even if I liked the way that meth feels, which I don't, develop a habit with that shit just based on what I've seen, like what it does to people. It just tears people up. I'm constantly hypomanic, so those drugs literally do nothing for me. Yeah. Yeah, well, where I'm at right now is the meth capital of the United States. Like, so much of the meth that's used across the country is smuggled out of California. I don't remember the Mighty Ducks at all, unfortunately. I haven't seen it since I was like 12 or some shit. Oh, the goalie, the fat goalie kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember the fat goalie kid, kinda, sorta. He got methed. It happens. Move to Colorado. I hear it's cool. No thanks. Pass. Take a look at a drought map of the West and tell me again to move to Colorado. Colorado is going to be a flaming tinderbox in about 5 to 10 years. It's drying out, bud. It's expensive, yeah. Not for long. A lot of people are going to lose their shirts in fucking Colorado because the climate there is about to fucking, it's going to turn into a high desert. It's already in the process. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry. I plan on living another 20 years or so. So I got to find a place that's, reasonably stable. Do really want to dance? Dun, dun, dun. New England is affected by climate change as well. They just aren't affected in that area of the United States as much as somewhere like the South, the extreme West. So they've got climate change light over there. I mean, Montana, Alaska, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Michigan, Ohio. Like, if I were moving, those are the states I'd be looking at. But it also depends on like what you want too, right? Your goals might not be the same as mine. Do 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 really wanna dance? Bum bum ba. What do you think of Washington? I think you should go get a fucking profile pic, unless you want to be banned up out of here. That's what I think of Washington. Do 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 really wanna dance? Alaska sounds like the safest pick in the long run. Probably not. I think the safest pick out of all of those is probably like Vermont, I would say. Just when it comes to like being far enough off the eastern seaboard, but still kind of northeast enough. Yeah. Amelia and I actually looked very seriously at moving to Alaska. We decided not to. I think the main like decision factor was the kind of like separation due to COVID, like how borders close and shit, and being that far from basically everybody we know. But I don't know, maybe it would work for you. Maybe it's a place where you could have some fun. Yeah, come visit. It's a 7-hour plane ride that crosses an international border twice. Yeah, Alaska's a bridge a little too far for me, but whatever. Is what it is. If you move to Ohio, we're definitely gonna have to meet, and I'm definitely going to outsmoke you. No, we won't, and no, you won't. Good morning, Pranav. Yeah, you get tornadoes in Illinois. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Chat brain dead this morning. Streamer brain dead this morning. It's a brain dead stream. Dude, I don't. If I thought ahead, gabagool, I would have never moved to fucking California. It wasn't like I was looking to settle here ever, but I would have seen the flaw in my plan. I mean, yeah, it was nice to be near my family and stuff. You know, I didn't get to see them as much as you might think, but, you know, I got to see them way more than I would have living where I'm moving. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just, I can't hang with California no more. Last time I was in LA, dude, the vibe was so fucking gross there. Like, I don't know. I used to feel pretty chill in LA growing up near it. I felt like a stranger in a strange land when I was in LA the last time. Just like we were staying in La Brea and the ghetto bird never stopped, dude. It's just ghetto bird after ghetto bird after ghetto bird. It's like the whole population there is tense. Yeah. I'll visit California because I got family here, but I was in LA. Well, I've been in LA before during the pandemic. So we were there during the pandemic the last time. We were there just a few months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, I think. 3 months. It was just different. LA's always been pretty fucking high strung, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, just a bad vibes there. I get bad vibes in this whole state, man. I've been gone from this state, and I really feel like that when you live in a state, you got like this boiling frog syndrome, you know, which is bullshit, by the way. A frog will jump out of the pot before it boils to death, just so you know. But let's use it as a metaphor anyway. I think that like staying in, like living in a state for a long time gives you that kind of like boiling frog syndrome, where it's easier to like, the change has been gradual, so it's easier to chalk it up to just extremity or just like an odd pattern or whatever. Leaving California for 5+ years and then coming back here was like a slap in the face, dude. It was a punch in the gut. It made me realize how far this place is degraded. And you got to keep in mind, this is the place I grew up. And so I know what this place was then and is now, and it's a completely and utterly different place. Flying out here in February. Oh, have fun. It's still a beautiful state, but not for much longer, methinks. So much of it is burned, and the rest of it is dried out. Pretty bird. I'm gonna go see System of a Down before they break up again. Neat. Yeah, I never got to see System. I imagine that's a pretty cool concert. I see a hummingbird from afar. There's a bunch of them. Hear them? They got like the tiniest little peeps. It's cute. Yeah, dude, Mastodon, that is a band that I can vouch for. Saw Mastodon in Seattle with Scotty, and that band fucking rips. That is a great show. Had one of the funniest pits that I've ever seen in my life, dude. There was a little person in the pit who was wearing like a goblin mask or some shit, and he utterly refused to get out of the pit. He was getting bounced around like a goddamn fucking tennis ball. Dude, Mastodon was lit. My first concert was Mayhem Fest in 2008. The pit goblin, dude, yeah. He was crazy. I took up my spot near the pit. I always like to be near the pit, but not in it. I'm a good, like, ring guard for the pit, you know? I'm good at, like, helping people up if they fall down and shoving people back into the pit. But I'm not so much a pit mosher myself. But yeah, dude, I ended up watching the Pit Goblin probably about as much as I watched the actual band. I just grooved to the music and watched the Pit Goblin. New album from Mastodon yesterday. Neat. I'll have to check it out. Paul, it's so good. I'll be seeing them live soon. Neat. I'm going tomorrow to see Dune in IMAX. I'm kind of stoked for that. I want to see if my thoughts on the movie change on a second watching, because I was pretty hard pressed to pay attention to all the detail the first time around, and I think seeing it in IMAX will be cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Trying to get my friends to watch it. I'm interested to hear more opinions on it. Okay. Well, good for you. Dune's the best sci-fi movie I've seen since Inception. I'm gonna see if, I mean, the only one since Inception I think that even like competes for the title with Dune would be Blade Runner. I don't know. Yeah, two very different universes. So it's hard to compare them. But yeah, man, I could see that. There's a scene in Dune that just keeps sticking out in my mind. It's really bad. And it's the flashback scene where Paul has his like drug flashback or flash forward, I guess. He gets a little hit of the prescience and he sees himself in some kind of weird Fremen combat armor as a CG monstrosity. And I'm just like, why did they do that? Why do they feel the need to make everything look like fucking Star Wars or Marvel? You know, like it looked like really bad Marvel. And I was like, why? Why didn't they just show, like, have him actually get in a fight? Put him in actual gear that he can fight in and fucking have him actually do some shit. Why? Why the bad CGI? Why? Luckily, it's just a tiny little chunk of the movie, but you know, it still bothered me immensely. I was just like, ugh, why do I feel like I'm watching fucking Wonder Woman right now or some shit? Well, I thought the lighting in Dune was really good, to be honest with you. I liked the aesthetic of House Harkonnen. I thought it was a little bit like, I don't know. I wanted to see more of it. Let's put it that way. I want to see like more aspects of their society. I'm hoping maybe in part 2, which was announced recently, because they're working on it. I'm hoping that we get to delve into that. But in general, I like the aesthetic of it. I want to see more of it. Yeah, wanted to see more of all of the Harkonnen stuff. The Baron, Giedi Prime. Wanted to see more locales on Giedi Prime. More characters interacting with the Baron. More Sting, yeah. Yeah, the actress that plays Lady Jessica is really good. In my opinion, the best acting job in the movie. She stands out in the movie, which is a good departure from the David Lynch adaptation. She just managed to be a presence in this movie, which was great because she's a huge presence in the book. She's an insanely important presence in the book. Has a lot to do with the tie-ins and stuff and the kind of revelations that happen. See, one of the sad things is if all we get is Dune 1 and 2, right? We don't get like Dune Messiah. There's so many revelations about like Paul's heritage and the Bene Gesserit, plan that we don't get to learn about. There's so much like, I don't know, dude, like little things that get like left out. It's like, well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what gets left out and what doesn't. One of my favorite little plot threads in the original Dune is where you find out how the Bene Gesserit have seeded this kind of like same Messiah religion, kind of religious mysticism amongst all of the peoples of the planet, including the Fremen. The Fremen themselves have a Bene Gesserit witch that serves them just like Atreides, the House Atreides would have one, or House Harkonnen would have one, or the Duke would have one, or whatever. And it's called the Missionara Protectiva, I think. This idea that they're preparing like all of these people for this Kwisatz Haderach prophecy to come true. That's why I kind of have high hopes for this TV show that's going to happen, the Dune Sisterhood. It's supposed to really focus on the Bene Gesserit. So maybe we'll find out more about that. But that's something I don't expect is going to feature very heavily in the book, or in the movie, sorry. But we'll see. That's not gross. I think Godzilla versus Kong would have been a fun one to see in the theaters. Okay. It's like, where's that dripping sound? It's just like the morning dew running off of my gutter there. I just got here. Yeah, I liked the Dune movie. I wasn't over the moon with the Dune movie. I thought that I don't know, it missed some opportunities. I thought they managed to make it feel rushed in places, even though they're like doing half the book in a movie. There are places where this movie feels more rushed than Lynch's Dune, which covers the entirety of the books, or the entirety of book one at least. Yeah, looked great, sounded great, with the exception of one or two little scenes that I thought were just like unnecessarily CGI laden. Bois. Yeah, dude, the Bois, the Inception Bois has ruined trailers forever. Every action movie. It's like the trailer, the generic trailer song, dude. Yep, trumpets and strings. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween, happy Halloween, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Okie dokie. Well, the original Bois is actually from the soundtrack of Inception. And it's a French song that's just like, it's some weird French, like, jazz, smooth jazz song that's slowed down. So the Bois comes, it's like sampled from a piece of music that's just slowed down. So it probably is just trumpets and horns and shit, just lowered 2 octaves and dragged out, you know. But the bois they're using in the new trailers, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same exact bois. In a world where one man save the world. Yeah, I love that like building action scene they always do at the end. Like everything stops except you hear this, and then it just cuts before you see the scene end. Fall 2027. Every fucking trailer ever. You can't really copyright a bois. And to be honest with you, movie soundtracks get shared around a whole lot. It would actually be kind of an interesting topic for a DFF if we could actually listen to music, like at least snippets of it without getting copyright struck. But oftentimes, like a piece of music, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are a ton. Oh, like the main theme to Gladiator is one of them. If you listen to the main theme and some of the like battle themes and stuff from Gladiator, that is used in trailers and oftentimes in movies a lot. So it's kind of strange. There's probably a website that tracks that type of shit. But soundtracks get fucking like utterly lifted from other movies and used in promotion for other movies. Do you think if they made a Pumpkinhead reboot, it would be good or would it be trash? It depends on who they got to like direct it and whether or not the person they got to direct and produce had like a good idea of why that movie is so great. Yeah, there's the ticking breathing sound, Rickerdoodles. And you get that dissonant like string underneath it, it starts going rising. Who's writing this shit? Or they'll do the heartbeat and the heavy breathing. Bum 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 bum. I haven't seen that trailer yet. Cockle doodle doo. In a world where chickens have gone insane. In a world where the world is the world. It's funny, I actually came up with a good costume that me and Amelia could have done this year while I was brushing my hair the other day. I was brushing my hair and I like brushed everything forward into my face. And then I looked in the mirror and the combination of that with my beard, I was like, whoa, dude, if I put a pair of sunglasses over this, cousin it. And Amelia could be Morticia Adams. She's a banging Morticia. Pew! That would have been a good Halloween costume. A good duo. But it's not going to happen. Maybe next year. Maybe that'll be our Halloween costume next year. I can't really pull off Gomez, and I'm not shaving my head to be Uncle Fester. That ain't happening. Dude, Morticia Addams was hot. Dude, of course. She was like the first big titty goth. And then like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, came along, you know what I mean? And we got another big titty goth. Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire, Elvira. Well, Elvira was just like a sluttier Morticia, basically. Morticia was like hot but upper crusty, and Elvira was kind of like gutter Morticia, you know. The Munsters is better. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. You're wrong. Yeah. The Elvira actress was a redhead, yes. Oof. Maybe tonight I'll watch a spooky movie. What's the scariest movie ever made? The scariest movie. Exorcist? Maybe. That one's pretty scary. Cannibal Holocaust or whatever. Birdemic, yes. Yes. Birdemic. Oh, anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Happy